Hello, welcome back and welcome aboard. It's been a while since I've done anything gaming related. But I ran across this one post on Steam, kind of old Apple phone, but I've been just popping in here and there to try and stay up to date with everything in between running around being the the only driver in the house at the time and currently at this point in time. So there have been times where I've left my Xbox game paused for hours at a time, and that's no joke. The only thing I really did in the past month is the monthly mastery challenge. Oh, and I welcome you again. Last minute, I mean, this is really last minute edit and update to this video. The first 3/4 of this video shows how this was broken. And I ask that you please bear with me. I know the thumbnail shows one thing, the title is showing something else as opposed to what the video is showing you, but where I do end up showing where the scenario is completable, I end up showing the full patch notes as they are currently on the Steam website and will be linked below in the description. Thank you. This is Powering America Part 1, and I have completed this on my Xbox with TSW5, and I believe I did it on the PC version of the game in TSW2, I believe. Never did get to 2, Powering America Part 2, because there was always something else that came up. And then TSW4 came out, and then got involved with all of that, and then TSW5 is out now. But anyway, this is not something that I found. It was another player on Steam, and I'm gonna have to send them a message because several people chimed in. Okay, as I was so rudely interrupted by some funky audio because I'm recording this with OBS on my computer from my Xbox. The original poster was on the Steam discussion threads for Train Sim World 5. The OP was mentioning that Powering America Part 1, as soon as they get in, anything that's clickable is like you're locked out of the of doing anything. So the OP on Steam had posted about this, and their name is Sinister. I wasn't sure what they meant by all click spots. I've never heard that before, but so they replied to me, all click spots go away, nothing to click on anywhere. So again, I haven't been able to get into the game for the past couple of days. At least it feels like it. I mean, I'm looking at the post on my phone, and it's between 11 and 10 hours ago. And okay, I did ask if his FPS was capped at 30, because I forgot which game, which version of the TSW, whether it was 2, 3, or 4. If you cap your FPS at 30, really some weird things happen. Another Steam user chimed in, was trying to assist the OP Sinister. His name is Virtual. He ran it and was able to confirm it. And a second Steam user, Dugsy, I believe, if I'm pronouncing it properly, also was able to confirm that there's a problem with Powering America Part 1. So I was finally able to get into the game. According to the post, it's showing 3 hours ago. I guess that's about right, around 1,800 hours, 26 February 2025. So I posted to the same thread because I'm using their names, and if they rather I not use their names, then everything I just said will just be generic. And basically I found this post, I checked it out, and here's what I found. And anyway, as you saw, I deliberately started this showing that I am on my Xbox and highlighting the one tile of Train Sim World 5, and I did that deliberately because you can play your Xbox games on your Windows PC. So that's why I started this the way you saw me start it. And so anyway, let's get going here, because this is a really foobarred. So we go to the trains, your collection, choose a route, pick a route, and then you select sand patch grade. Then we go to scenarios. As you can see, not much done there. And we go find, you can even type it in if you want, Powering America Part 1. Okay. And a little explanation here that they give you is, having traveled up to Rockwood, you're quickly put to work at the nearby mine. Finish loading a train with coal and prepared for its journey east to Cumberland Terminal. So, and your locomotive, as you can see, is the AC 4400 CW in YN3 Bravo, Yankee Nancy 3 Bravo color scheme, and it is sand patch grade. And then we get started. Now, the other thing that's a bit annoying, okay, this pop-up that you see here, this content requires immersion control scheme to function correctly. We will change your control scheme settings now. Upon completion, your control scheme will be returned to the classic layout. And there is no way to get out of this. It's basically just confirm. I'm not crazy about it. I don't like that. I like to be able to choose my own control scheme layout if I'm going to be using a controller. I don't understand why they do this. If it does happen in any of the other routes, I don't remember which ones. Why? Just let us, the players, decide whether we want the immersion or classic controller layout. It's the way it is, and there's no changing it. This will never change in TSW2, 3, or 4, and I don't think it's going to change in TSW5 either. But because this is a preserved collection DLC, well, at least that's the way it's labeled. So let's confirm this. And here we are, Powering America Part 1.
You've been assigned a unit coal train today, which is currently at Rockwood Loading Facility. First, complete coal loading, then bring the train back to Cumberland Terminal.
Let's sit into the driver's seat of the lead locomotive. There's only one locomotive. So I guess this is the lead locomotive since it's the only one here, right? You know what? I'm going to take a look in TSW3 and 4 to see if it says the same thing there, because I don't remember being that kind of a statement. But yeah, the lead locomotive. All right, sure. Also, before I get into the locomotive, before I get into the lead locomotive, why we still have a traction lock icon while the player is on foot? Why? All right, so Let's mosey on up into the train here. Going through the front of the nose of the locomotive. I'm not going to bother closing any doors because I'm not going to go anywhere. Just so we can see what's going on here. Everything else is pretty much on. The only thing that I turn on that's not, if it's not on already, is the number lights. That's already on. Computer control comp, all that is on. I've tried this thing several different ways. I've tried turning on the headlights first. Put the gauge lights on, not that you're going to see them. Made sure that these switches here, the engine run, generator field, and control switches were already on before I sit in the chair. I tried releasing the auto brake and putting the reverser into forward first. Leaving the independent brake to full application. I tried doing this, and this is your precision cursor, which you normally have with the classic controller. And I figure, okay, I'll try and set up the slow speed, because you got to set the slow speed. I think they have you set it to 3 miles an hour. I usually set it to half that. Because then the hoppers don't get fully loaded, ironically. So you're supposed to press the IFD number 5 button. You can hear me clicking. Nothing happens. But then I lose my precision control on the and this is, in order to zoom in like this on the Xbox, you press and hold the right thumbstick and then just move the left thumbstick forward and back, and that's the most you can zoom in on the Xbox. I don't know about PlayStation, and maybe it works the same way. Press and hold right thumbstick and move your left thumbstick to zoom in and out. But anyway, this I thought was not even going to be an option in the older DLCs, like Sand Patch Grade. This was supposed to be mainly for the newer content for TSW5, where you can click on a screen and have control. But even if I do it like this, the only option I have is to sit in the seat. So let's try. Yeah, see, I'm not even, it won't let me, I'm not very good with the controller on, but I've always had a problem with this. But anyway, that's just me physically. So that's not working. But now here's the problem. But when sitting in a chair, and if you want to use the keyboard with your console, be it Xbox or PlayStation, you can use the arrow keys. Left and right, and you get back there. So that's one other way of doing it if you use a keyboard. Without a keyboard, you're relegated to what you can do with the controller. As soon as you sit down, okay, that's it. You're done. You're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything. I can zoom in and out. I don't even have to press and hold the right thumbstick, which that should not be working. Okay. I can take the reverser out of forward, and in this control scheme you use the D-pad. That's not working. Throttle is not working. I can't grab the brake handle. I can't even control it with the left trigger. Your left trigger and your left bumper is your auto brake. Oh, I was able to get up. okay, I was not able to get up out of the seat the last time because I restarted this several times already. But the thing is, I can't grab the handle. Nothing's working. I'm pressing everything you could think of, and the last time I was unable to get up out of the seat. Can't get in the door. Can't get out of the cab. The back door. You can't open it. That's why I left this open here, because you can't even close this door. I can't do anything to close the door, so I can get out, and that's why I left the front door. The door is open. Here we go. As you, ironically, the traction lock icon is no longer there. So, I can't. Even if I could throttle up, I could feather the throttle and brake, but I can't even do that. And that was me just pressing on the right thumbstick, and I could still get up. Okay. I don't know how I still have this precision cursor. I should not have it in this control scheme, but that's usually with the classic. But I'm pressing the A button, and that's all I'm getting is drive mode. That drive mode is usually when you're using the classic control scheme and you press Y to get camera control only, and you press Y again and you get the drive mode, and I have it set on my game on the Xbox and on the PC version to only show those little pop-ups like you see here. That's drive mode. That's usually what I see when only one time though, not multiple like that. I'm just doing that just to show that every time I press the A button, which is where the precise cursor is right now on IFD button number 5, where the little bouncy ball is showing me press here, and it's showing 4 feet. I guess I'm 4 feet. My character's 4 feet away from the screen. I don't know. But usually that's what. Again, if I press the right thumbstick, this is all I get. It just repeatedly shows drive mode. So, now I can't get up either. Now I can't even get up out of the chair. Oh, I just ran my fingers pressing down from all the buttons as quickly as I can on the controller, and that did something, but it's still not enough to set up the the slow mode, slow speed driving option in the train. Still can't open the back door. Okay, so let me try this option. I'm stuck. Help! Reset simulation physics. Yes. And all that did was put the auto brake back into full application, put the reverser into neutral or idle, and release the independent brake. Precision cursor again. Let's see if that does anything. Nothing. And I'm pressing A. So basically what I'm doing is I'm pressing down on the A button and then sliding my thumb up and over all the other 3 buttons, and that's how I'm able to stand up, but that's all I'm able to do. I can have my flashlight or my headlight, but I can't access any other controls on his back wall. I can sit in the other seat. It would be ironic if I press on this now, and something happens. That would be weird. Okay. So, oh, the doors are now closed, and now I'm locked in here. It's like, help, help. Oh, I can open a window. Yes? No? Oh, that's sit in the seat. So it's like, now I'm actually trapped inside the cab. I can't get out. So there you go. This is what Powering America Part 1 is in TSW5. That's still working, the radio. I mean, that's nice. But anyway, yeah, that's that's what's nice about having a Gen 8 console. Stuff like that. Artifacting with the graphics. But anyway, yeah, so resetting the physics. So let's do a restart. Okay, and that's never happened either, where that little message disappears and reappears quickly, and then something's glitching out. But see, door open. Let's get in. Leave this door open. Open that door. Everything else is still on here as it was before. Well, maybe I should turn that off. Let's see what happens. Maybe that's something, and you know, I mean, I've seen some weird things happen. These are already on still. These are always set up for you already. But this time I'm just gonna sit down. Okay. Put the reverser into forward. So, okay. Set the automatic brake to release. And I am using the controller to do that. I do have a keyboard also hooked up to my Xbox, so I could turn off the HUD elements if I want to, or hide certain things like the little bouncy balls. I could turn off that bouncy ball with the keyboard, as you can do on a PC. But so now I'm instructed to enter the slow speed control settings. Nothing happens. And as you can see, I don't have the precise precision cursor, and I'm still pressing A. Nothing's happening. But as soon as I click on the screen, now let's see. Will it let me get up? Yes. Okay. So let's sit back down. But again, I can no longer control the brakes, the throttle, nothing. Okay. So I click on the screen, and again, I don't know how this is happening or why this is happening. This should not be happening unless they're trying something new and trying to give this screen, this option to select the screen, like in the newer routes and DLCs for TSW5. But here I am again. I'm pressing on it with the A, and all I get is the repeated drive modes, which is usually the see it one time, twice. Okay. B to exit out. So that's that. I mean, there's not much else to say, but you know, there's really nothing else that we, the players, can do. There is no workaround on this. So it won't. I'm not even getting the pop-up messages that these switches are on. So it's not even that I can't grab or turn the switches. The only thing that gives me view screen, and then I get this precise cursor, which I can't do nothing with. As you can hear, I don't know, can you hear? Nothing's happening. Maybe because I'm not sitting in a chair. I don't know. Um, I can't even flip the emergency switch. There's nothing can be controlled. So as soon as you, pretty much as soon as you sit down, I mean, um, I have been able to do this where I get into the train, get everything going, get everything set up, and set up the slow speed control. Sit down, and you'll just see everything populate, and I can go. I've tried many different ways of doing this, but I was always able to complete this first part of the two-parter of Powering America. Now you can't. So whatever the last patch was, I'll have to look, and I'll go over and see what is there. But I don't know if this is a core issue. It might be because there is another. I think it's another route. Right now I'm doing everything on my phone, and so if anybody else is running into this, I guess if enough people file support tickets. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, when I had brought up the Talent, it's the BR 442 Talent 2 MD. Yeah, from Rapid Transit. Yeah. Okay, that's from Rapid Transit, and that's also a very old route. That goes back to TSW1 or 2020. That also has a similar issue as this one. That one's actually worse than this one, but that's in the training scenario. So again, I do this for the community. Those that have not seen this happen, or well, what if you did this, or what if you did that, and to show what I've tried, what I thought of, and show exactly what did and did not work. And for the most part, everything that I tried did not work. I'm just surprised that I can stand back up, because I've restarted this particular service, maybe 5-6 times, and the first 3 or 4 times I couldn't. Once I sat down in this chair, there was no way for me to get up. I couldn't. I was basically glued to the chair. And yeah, so that's that. So after I was doing, as I was doing my meandering, I restarted again. As you could tell, another road number on the train. Put the lights on. I deliberately have the head on, yes, the HUD off, because I needed to do the B-roll. Come on, turn on. I'm trying to do this from memory. There we go. Okay, everything else is already on that needs to be on. Don't need DP. Oh, let me open the window. Everything that I'm interacting with, I'm doing before I sit down. Okay, so bell. Okay, so I'm going to deliberately leave the bell on because I want to see what happens when I do sit in the dreaded chair. So let's get the let me check the air brakes real quick, make sure, because if you look up here, this doesn't look good. Like nothing is equalized, nothing is pressurized. So it's just the way things are done in TSW. So air brakes, they're cut in and it's set to lead. Okay, so exit that. So we go to slow speed control. Come on. Oh, wrong button. It's 5, not F5. Okay, and now we use the F keys. F2. That's automatically set to 5 miles an hour. And I believe they want you are instructed to set it to 3 miles an hour, and 3 miles an hour is just, I found that when I did this in TSW4 on a PC, I think it was, or 3 on the Xbox. I don't remember which one. Might have even been TSW2 because I have that on PC and Xbox. The hoppers did not fill completely, so I'm gonna set it to. Let's bring this down to. Come on. 2 down to 1, and then I'll bring this up to 1.5. There we go, and you can't exit this or you'll turn it off. Turn speed control, slow speed on. Okay, and let's see, put the reverser into forward. See if I can grab it. No. There we go, because the hitbox to sit in a chair is huge. I don't know why they make it so big, but put the throttle into full throttle. There we go. That's off. Okay. Independent brakes are bailed off. All the brakes are off, but the train still will not move. And here's the conundrum. Okay, I can sit here, nothing will happen. As soon as I sit in this chair, I'm going to click on the screen here and watch the brake reservoir and the brake pipe. Everything will equalize and pressurize, and we're already pulling amps, as you see up here. Slow speed is still on. That sick bell isn't quieting down. I mean, it's not, I would expect it to either stop or not be as loud. I don't know. I honestly, I really don't know what I was expecting from the bell because of how everything is so screwed up. So, I can still stand up. Okay, but I can't close the doors. Okay. Let's, so. So, got the train moving. Nothing else is controllable. So, let me turn the HUD back on. Okay. And I'm moving at 1.5. And that's showing 1. But as you can see, I cannot grab any of these handles for brake, reverser, throttle. I can't turn off the bell, but so I can get the train moving, and as you see, it's still showing enter speed, slow speed control, by the access to screen by pressing number 5, which you saw me do before sitting in a chair. And this will all be sped up quite a bit from this point on. And I'm gonna do my best to keep my yapper shut. There's a reason why I'm making a point of this, because this will show that everything is working, but not as it should be working. As you can see, you don't see the little bouncy balls indicating the percentage of each hopper being filled. And here you're not getting it at all, as of right now. Okay, last hopper is filled, and as you could see, it's not completely filled. Still, even though I set the speed to half of 3 miles per hour. Okay, now back in the cab here, and I still can't do anything. Not sure if I'm going to be able to turn off the slow speed control. I'm going to try with, because I can't control any other, nope, can't turn off the slow speed control. And yeah, there we go. So according to the speedometer inside on the display, it's 1.2 miles an hour. But there you go. That's about all I can do. Here's my 1.2 mile an hour runaway train. Like I said, this was something I didn't think of trying earlier. I can't even blow the horn with the keyboard. But ironically, I could use a camera. Well, wait a minute, I gotta be sitting in a chair, okay? Let's try number 2 camera, number 3 camera, which is basically your chase camera, and then there's number 8, which is your camera for doing drive-bys with the train. 0, ooh, it does come up, okay. External camera, front, rear, third seat, headlights, or head out rather. So that works. Let's see, before I run out of track and derail over here. Okay. I'm trying to use the keyboard to control. No, that just made me stand up. Line for the 2D map. It seems like the keyboard interaction with the game does work to an extent with the camera, but that's about it. It just something said, give this one more try. And I wasn't going to do it again. This is still foobarred, no matter how you look at it. I mean, what am I going to do with a bunch of loaded coal hoppers and I can't stop the train? So I can back up and complete the consist of coal hoppers. And then move on to part 2. Like I said, I wanted to leave the bell on, and maybe I shouldn't have, but I wanted to see what would happen. Would it stop? Would it diminish in sound quality or volume? And like I said, I wasn't sure what to expect. But yeah, maybe if enough people file support tickets with Dovetail Games through their support page. I haven't checked for. Clearly, the latest patch or a couple of latest patches ended up breaking this sand patch grade service. Here we go. End of session. You have reached the edge of the represented area. And ironically, return to free roam with no restrictions. Let's see what actually happens. I'm stuck here. You gotta be kidding me. I'm actually... I got a precision cursor that I can't do nothing with. I can crouch. Can I pull up the... Ooh, I can pull up the 2D map. Where's the train? You're kidding me. It's still going at 1.2 miles an hour. Now that is funny. Okay, I can pull up the 2D map. Let me see. I don't know if it'll work, but worth giving it a try. Get the keyboard and think it was Control 0. Yeah, there we go. I was not expecting to get back in here. So, even though I reached the end of the playable area, this should not be. This should not have happened. Not at all. End of session. You have reached the edge of the represented area. Because I've been playing with mods for so long, I've completely forgotten about this message. I haven't seen it in, I can't tell you how many years. But yeah, in TSW3, it's the same message. So that's nothing new. I was just, wow. Oopsie. After checking TSW2, Train Simulator 2, I was correct because I was questioning myself in a way. I did finish it on the PC version of Train Sim World 2. So that just shows that you can complete it in Train Sim World 2, 3, and 4. And yep, good old graphics flickering here. Again, Gen 8 console. But everything is just the way I started off, and here we go. Now, this will definitely spat out because there's a red signal here. No. Okay. Okay, so it did spat out at the red signal. This is whatever they did to break it. I hope they do undo and get this fixed. So what you just saw me do, I wanted to, you know what? I have a hard time with can't be done. I can't do it. I have a hard time with can't. And as you can see, the train is starting to move. Okay, I set it to 2 miles an hour this time, as opposed to 1.5. And what I noticed before, okay, and I wanted to again double check and triple check. When you do, this is where I need to correct myself. I had made the statement because it did happen, but after subsequent retries and reload of the same service, Powering America 1, I've been trying everything I could think of. And the one thing that I just noticed is when you actually lose control of all of the control interfaces, everything in the back wall here, the control screen, it's still telling me to enter slow speed control with number 5. Not working. But as you can see, I have the train moving, but that's because I did everything before I moved the auto brake into full release. That's the point of loss of control. Initially, I had made the statement, as soon as you sit in a chair. No, because I'm able to sit in a chair, sit down, stand up as many times as I want. And even that's not working as it was initially, where even when I released with B to get away from the screen, the only way I could get out of the chair was pressing the A button on the Xbox controller and then sliding my thumb over X, B, and Y as quickly as I could, and I was able to stand up. Now I'm done trying. I'm done trying to figure things out. This is as soon as you release the automatic brake. Like I said, I have a hard time with can't be, can't do it. I'm now at the point that this has got to be at least 13 to 15 restarts of this particular service. I'm done. It's broken. It's foobarred. Call it what you want. It needs to get fixed. Okay, so before I get into actually showing the scenario being completed, please take time to review the patch notes here I mentioned earlier. As of 13 March 2025, this was fixed, not intentionally. It was a happy accident. You know, like the old show from Bob Ross. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. And that's exactly what this was. A happy accident that fixed Powering America Part 1. Okay, these are the official patch notes that were posted on Dovetail forums and on Steam. But keep in mind, with every DLC that is to be released, there's always a pre-patch to the game. You can see this in your Steam library when you look at the properties of any game. When there's an announcement of a DLC that's going to be released, prior to the day of release, they do a pre-patch of the game to prep it basically for the new DLC. So somewhere along the line, there's been several DLCs that are released and pre-patches. Did those contribute to the happy accident of fixing this particular scenario on Sand Patch Grade? There's no way to know. That's just a wild guess. I hope you found this informative, helpful, useful, and let me know what you think. On with the show. So, while I was making this video as to the problem with the problem with the service Powering America Part 1, it took me a while to get things done because of other family matters, but this is now fixed. Okay, get into the train. Locomotive, oh my goodness. I don't know why I keep saying train, it's a locomotive. Locomotive is part of the train. Turn the lights on. Okay. Number lights, everything else is on that we need, okay. Put these lights on. These are already, these switches, engine, generator, and controller on. Good. Have a seat. Set the reverser to forward. Set the automatic brake to release. Click on the screen and get to IFD digit number 5 to get into the slow speed controls. And we want IFD number function 2. Then we go back to IFD number 6 and we lower it down to 2. And it's a little bit laggy here with the way it's responding, but then we go to F1, IFD function 1. Okay, it's on. So now we exit out of here. You can exit the screen, but the thing is, when you need to turn off the speed controls, you're going to have to select the number 5 key to turn it off. So I might as well just leave it up. I'm not even bothered. I wouldn't exit that screen anyway. So, okay, so we release the independent brake. B on the controller selects the independent brake. Apply a little bit of power. There we go. We gotta sit there and hold it for a little bit, but there you go. Okay, and we're moving. But you have to do it in the order I just did it. You cannot deviate. If you deviate from that order, you'll have to restart the service from the beginning. So, in a way, the video that I recorded and all the edits and changes and were, in a way, for naught, but I see it as not, because it was an issue. at least on Xbox One X, it is still completable. It is now, again, I should say, correction, it is now completable. You can do it, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is, that's a thumbstick, right thumbstick I'm pressing. Let me press number 8 on the keyboard. It's just so much easier. And normally this is not how I do it. At this point, I'm just going to shut my yapper and have my daughter speed this up to make this as short as possible. Okay, something I just noticed real quick. Now, I don't know if this is intentional, but take a look at the bouncy balls as they go by. The containers are not getting filled. They're going up to 98% only. You see the barber pole rising, but it was always a round circle around the loading facility icon that still shows 0 feet. But then how am I 0 feet away from the loading facility? The hoppers are getting loaded, but I'm 0 feet away. How and why? So, okay, let's, wrong way. Let's bring that to idle. Okay, turn off slow speed control. Okay. Clearly this is something new with the clicking on the screen for older routes. Oh, I'm trying to click on the screen. Okay, so we turn this off and we can exit out of here. Okay. Okay, couple to formation. Audio is cutting out. The D-pad's not working on. Actually, none of the controls are working with my with the controller. Keyboard? Nope. Keyboard's not working. Brakes? Nope. So keyboard doesn't work. Controller doesn't work. But I can grab everything with the controller. Okay, why is the audio cutting out? Okay, so let's release the brakes. Yep, that works. Okay, not crazy about that. Okay, number 8 for the camera. Yeah, that works. How about 0 for the selection wheel? Yeah, that works. Okay, I can increase. Can I? Yeah, now I can increase the throttle. I have to exit the cab. Okay, so I have to exit the cab to use the controller to apply more nachos to the throttle and actually use the brakes. Sure. Okay. Well, I guess it's halfway fixed. Okay. Set the reverse to the neutral. Nope. So, oh. I can move the brakes and the throttle. How about that? In the cab. Okay. Like that. So let's grab this neutral and put the brake to full service. Okay. See, will the keyboard work with the arrows? Yes. Okay. So we turn these off. Okay. That's it. Okay. Kind of funky way to do things, but it can be done. So clearly they did something. So there you go. So this video serves as to what was the problem. They got it working, but it's a little finicky with the controller and the keyboard. It's kind of working but not working. So there's not much else to say, but whoop, there it is. Leave your thoughts, your comments. Let me know what you think. I mean, the TSW, the Train Sim World library of trains, has grown over the years. And there is a lot there. So I can see some things slipping through the cracks, so to speak. Make sure you ring the bell there so you know when another video gets uploaded. And I appreciate it if you subscribed and shared. And leave your comments, share your thoughts. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me ramble on here and giving me the time to show you what's going on, what I did, what I tried. With that all said and done, take care. Hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless. Stay safe. I know we're only 2 months into the year of 2025, but our new year has had a very rocky beginning, but things are starting to look up. If it's the first time here, let me know. I appreciate all, and there are times where entertainment like this takes a backseat to family matters and other things that are much more important than a game. Have a wonderful day, morning, evening, wherever you are, and hope to have you back again. See you in the next video. Bye bye for now.